I'm Mike Rhodes, here from Australia. I'm the creator of 80/20 Agent, and I think a few people use my PMAX script. How agencies are using AI right now, many of them are using the AI that's built into the tools that they used to, so Google, Meta, etc. But then starting to use it for data analysis, for enriching leads, help for sales, using it in finance. So the operational side of running a digital agency is starting to get there. Obviously, a lot of content creation, writing blog posts and so on. That's a big part of it too. So my talk today was called Multiply or Die. I think that AI agents, which is what the talk was all about, obviously everybody is talking about agents in 2025. I think it's the next big thing for not just our industry, but all businesses. It is so easy to get an assistant for $20 a month that can help you with all kinds of different tasks. Back when I was hiring assistants for my team, they cost $2,000 a month. And now you can have an assistant that's almost as capable, maybe not perfect, but almost as capable for $20. Why wouldn't you hire 1, 10, maybe even 100 of those in the very near future? So yeah, you're right. AI can save a lot of time, and every now and again, it ends up costing you time. There's probably two places that you shouldn't maybe use it. One is where it costs a lot of time and you get the answer back from the AI and you think, oh, this would have been easier to do myself. Just like when you hire that junior for the first time, you get their work and you get your big red pen out, and this would have been so much easier if I had just done it myself. But if you push through that and teach the AI, just like you teach a new team member, teach them how to be better next time so that they can take on more of that task and more of that task and more of that task, then ultimately you will find yourself doing a lot less. But one of the places where you probably shouldn't use AI is where you know absolutely nothing about the topic, because it is a little bit like a Labrador puppy, and it is just going to say whatever it needs to say to make you happy. It will always say yes to you. It won't really push back unless you ask it to push back, but most of the time it will just say yes and give you an answer. So if you know nothing about a topic and you're asking this little Labrador puppy to tell you something that you don't know enough to fact check it. You don't know enough to be able to tell if it's making stuff up. So then you maybe need to find other ways to check that the AI is telling you the truth and that the path it's sending you off on is the path that you actually want to go down. So yeah, you're right. 2025 is the year of the AI agent. I think the biggest sign of this is Silicon Valley. All of Silicon Valley are tipping tens of billions, maybe even hundreds of billions of dollars into this. They all believe that this is the next thing. Maybe they're, shilling their own book. Maybe they are telling us that we should all believe. But I honestly don't believe that AI is going to get worse than it is today. And even if it stayed where it is right now, it would probably take us 5 years to start getting the benefits out of all of this incredible technology. So Silicon Valley is telling us to pay attention. One of the lines I had in my talk was 5% or 100%. Be willing to invest 5% of your top line in this thing. I think it is a once in a lifetime change of technology, but I could be wrong. But I think the risk of not investing is that you risk 100% of your revenue. You risk your business being obsolete in 3, 4, 5 years. I have no idea when. So I don't really think it's a big risk to invest 5% in what is probably the biggest change that we're going to see in our lives. So the biggest risk with AI is waiting and waiting for it to be perfect. I had a line in my talk about businesses are just flirting with AI. They're waiting for it to be perfect. If all of your competitors all go level up, they all go figure out how to use this incredible tool, and they invest in their people and they train their people to use these tools, like we said before, we could stop today. The AI could never get better and will probably take us 5 years just to integrate what we have available. So if you're sticking your head in the sand, you're waiting for it to be perfect and saying, nah, we can do better than these machines, I think there's this huge risk that, yeah, in the short term, you'll be okay. But as your competitors get better and better and better, and they suddenly just escape away from you, and you're left like the guy playing chess. When all the computers started playing chess better than humans, some people were like, no, a computer will never beat a human. A human will always be good at this. I think exactly the same thing is going to happen with digital marketing. Yeah, I get to play with a lot of agencies all over the world. I don't manage accounts anymore. So I've been more looking at how agencies are using it to run their business. So I'm working with an agency in the UK at the moment who create incredible videos and storyboards and these really amazing videos that sell really well. But it's a very manual process. So we're in the process right now of taking all of that manual process of me trying to understand how they do what they do. They've already created a whole bunch of amazing prompts to help speed that up. And now I'm just bringing code to the table to kind of glue all of those pieces together so we can build a nice little app, a little machine that works inside their agency. They're pretty excited about it. We may even end up selling that to all of the other video agencies out there and potentially a whole bunch of their clients. It's just little things like that where you take something that your team is spending a lot of time on. Where is the recurring pain in your business? Stuff that takes time, stuff that happens a lot, and stuff that people don't like doing. And then you figure out, how could we use AI or automation? A lot of people could benefit from more automation. It doesn't need to be AI to make that task much shorter, much less painful, and probably better. Because if those people are doing it over and over again and they don't like doing it, they're probably making mistakes. So using AI, I struggle to tell people where to start because it really depends on the tasks that they are doing in their day-to-day life. Everybody has different tasks that they're doing, but some people love storyboarding a video, some people will hate it. Use these tools to get rid of the stuff that you don't like doing, the mundane, the boring, so that you get momentum and you start to realize, oh, I can do incredible things with these tools. That will be the juice that moves you on to do the next thing. Momentum's a wonderful thing. And if you can get rid of stuff, even an hour of work a week that you just don't like doing, then you'll dig in further and understand how these tools can help you even more. Underrated AI tools, by far, I think the biggest is Anthropic. So Claude.ai. It's kind of like ChatGPT, but it is so much better at writing Google Ad scripts, at coding, and even just the way it writes words. I personally much prefer it. It's funny, I've talked to a few people here who have never heard of it, who thought it was just a tiny thing. It's the second biggest AI out there, maybe third biggest these days, but most people have never heard of it. So I would highly recommend playing with that if you haven't already. I did travel a long way to be at this amazing event. Thank you, Channable, for having me. 25 hours really doesn't take that long. What do I want agencies to take away from this? That imagination is the only constraint. I use the example of Lego blocks a lot because I love playing Lego with my kids. The good news is, with these incredible new Lego blocks, we can build almost anything that we can think of. The bad news is, there is no manual. Nobody is going to tell you where this block goes and where this one goes and this one goes on top. There is no manual. And so some people will struggle with that because they want to be told how to use it. They want to be told what to build. But this is an infinite Lego kit. And once you catch the bug of, oh my God, I can build anything with this, it is so much fun. But imagination is the only constraint, and curiosity is often in short supply, sadly. So the one thing I want people to take away from this is just start. Just start playing and experimenting. You will fall on your bum. You will mess up. You will fail sometimes, but that's just part of the fun. But it is worth the journey to push through that little bit of short-term pain to get to the other side, because using these tools to be more productive, to have more fun at work, you'll use them in your home life, you'll start using them for everything. And if you want to come, code and build tools, that's where I've started doing now. And it's just so much fun to have an idea, talk to your computer and build something. That's what I want people to take away.